Yes, indeedy, feed the needy. Welcome back to another Am I the Asshole music series where we break down the Am I the Asshole side of things, but from a music standpoint, because that's what I love doing. Again, I gotta say thank you to everybody who's submitting their stories. I love Reddit, but it makes it so much better when it's user submitted. If you want to submit, please hit the link in the description and we can talk about your story. Am I the asshole for cutting a mic on an artist who refused to get off stage after going way over time? Okay, we got one from a promoter standpoint. I don't know who this is. I hope you're not in my area, cutting off my microphone. It's consequences and repercussions. I, 31 male, run a small independent showcase series that gives up-and-coming artists a chance to perform in front of a real crowd. I'm not gonna judge off rip if you're an asshole or not, although cutting off somebody's microphone tends to lead you in that direction. But saying I put artists in front of a real crowd is no longer a flex anymore, my guy. And all promoters, stop saying that. If you put on a show, yes, we're in front of a real crowd. That's not the opportunity you think it is. Put me in front of people who make decisions. Put me in front of people who can line my pockets. That's more of a flex. It's a passion project, but it's also something I take seriously. We do solid promotion, we pay fairly, and we keep the energy tight. I run a pretty smooth show, usually. Okay, you had some redeemable qualities there. You said you pay artists, always a plus in my book. And you know what? I respect the fact that it's a passion project. When I hear people say passion project, that typically means they ain't getting paid a whole lot. Sometimes, usually, like you said, usually you're not getting paid a whole lot. So this is really coming from the heart and you could really be doing something better with your time, but you love it. So, kudos to you. This last event, Chaos. I booked 8 acts, all confirmed for 10-minute sets. We kept it short on purpose. Gives everybody time to shine without dragging the night. One of the acts, let's call him Reign Supreme. Hold up. We don't do names. I'ma assume Reign Supreme is not a real name because it sounds like, I don't know if y'all watched the Biggie Smalls movie.
Supreme had ball like Mr. Clean. Supreme be fresh like Irish Spring. And round here I'm reigning and reigning king.
It sounded like Reign Supreme, or was it by Supreme? I don't know. Either way, sound like a real rapper. He hit me up about doing the show. He's been around the local circuit for a minute. Good performer, solid draw. I gave him a slide. Here's where it got messy. Reign hits the stage and kills it at first. Crowd is rocking, vibe is right. But when his 10 minutes are up, he keeps going. I give him the wrap it up signal from the side stage and he ignores it. Yeah, okay. Yeah, it's forming. It's starting to sound like you're not an asshole, my G. Not for nothing. I've had those nights where you in pocket. You on the one, as we like to call it. Everybody's right there on the one with you and the vibe is like super high. My only thing about that is if you're given a time limit, respect the time limit. Personally, now this is what I do. I've given this trick to other artists and they don't see the merit in it, but I'm gonna explain it to you right now. If your set list, 10 minutes, that's the example we're giving. If you're given 10 minutes, I would suggest plan out 8. Plan to do 8. Now that doesn't mean 8 minutes of music. That means 8 minutes of performance. Factor in how long you're gonna talk in between each song. Factor in how long each song is gonna do. I can give you one trick further that I got from my guy Tommy Sketch. Shorten up your songs. Don't do the whole song. Shorten it up. Hook, verse, out. If you're rocking it like this promoter saying he's rocking it, not only do you kill the night, but now you leave the people wanting more. You see what I'm saying? Like, I wouldn't suggest doing the whole 10. Shorten that up. That way, you a team player. Take it or leave it. Then I flash my phone with the countdown timer. Still ignores it. Now he's at 15 minutes. I'm being generous at this point. I slide up to the DJ booth and ask his DJ to start fading the track. DJ shrugs. Reign cues up another song and starts talking to the crowd like he's headlining Coachella. Yo, so he's still going? I don't know too many people that will let an artist go 15 minutes over. I don't know too many promoters that will let an artist go 12 minutes over on a 10-minute slide, let alone 15, and he's still going. And then the DJ disrespects. I mean, all respect to the DJ. DJ is the one who puts the MC in place, but my G, y'all doing way too much. Y'all doing way too much. You're wearing out your welcome. At 18 minutes, 18 minutes? 18, that's a lifetime. That's a lifetime. I think you said you had 10 acts. That's a lifetime. 18 minutes over? I hope he was the last one. Hey, since I got you here, if you have a wild story, janky promoters, studio drama, anything that made you question who was the real problem, I want to hear about it. I'm building this Am I the Asshole music story series off of real stories from people like you. The link is in the description. It's anonymous and it's safe. I don't need your name, I just need the truth. And while you're here, go ahead and like, comment, and subscribe to the page so you don't miss the next one. All right, let's get back to the chaos. At 18 minutes, I cut the mic. He goes full meltdown, grabs the handheld mic from the DJ and starts yelling into that one. I end up having to literally pull power from the mixer to stop the whole thing. Yo! Big kudos to you, my G, because I think I would have lost my mind. We might have thrown hands because at a certain point, all right, let's just paint the scenario, right? You go 10 minutes, 1 minute over, 2 minutes over, it's a grace period. All right, you didn't time it out too well. 13, 14, 15. Okay, you pushing it. Anything past 15 minutes, we getting into disrespectful territory, and you doing this on purpose. You think you somebody you not. This is a showcase, not Coachella like he thought he was doing. Bruh, oh, I hope you didn't pay this dude. I hope you deducted $100 for every minute he went over. I hope he owes you money at the end of this. 18 minutes? Jesus. After the show, Rain corners me talking about I disrespected his art, that the crowd wanted more, and that I should have let him cook. Bro even posted a whole IG rant the next day saying I tried to dim his light because I was intimidated. The delusion of some of these. Look, man, point blank, if you ain't put no money up, damn what you do with your art. Damn that. If you ain't put no money up to the venue, you ain't covering no bar. And I don't mean like tabs. I'm talking about covering the bar for the night. If you're not covering the DJ, the security, you're not covering all these things at the venue that the promoter is normally in charge of taking care of, then you have no say-so. Damn your art. Where's the money? Is your name pulling out a crowd? Yes, the crowd was into it, but was it your crowd that was into it? Because if it was your crowd that was into it, that makes for a completely different story. If you pulling out 100, 200, 300 people anytime you rock, hey man, you doing what you want to do. You have the leverage. But if it's not your crowd and the crowd just happens to be on board with you, that is a beautiful thing. It's a lovely experience, but there are other artists that we got to get through. Show respect to the night, not just the fact that you got on one time and you killing it, but now you being selfish. And he was being disrespectful on his IG. Killing your reputation online. My heart hurts for you, bruh. Ooh. Now some people in the comments are siding with him, saying I could have let him slide since he had the crowd lit. Others, mostly the artists who actually stuck to their time, are telling me I did the right thing. So, am I the asshole for cutting his mic mid-performance after he went nearly double over his set time? First of all, no, you're not the asshole. In fact, you are so patient. You didn't cut him out mid-performance. You kept him from recording his next mixtape. If this was studio time, and if this was my studio, and I'm the engineer on the boards, I'm clocking everything. All right, keep going. Yep, you owe this much now. Nope, you owe this much now. Oh, only booked for 3 hours. Yeah, you went 5 though. What we doing with this extra? In order for these artists to start giving the respect that they should be given to the promoter, start letting them see what this really amounts to and what your numbers are contributing to. A friend of mine who's a promoter, he has this thing where he allows artists to perform for free. In order for them to get paid, they have to bring in a certain amount of people. After that certain amount, then they start getting some money. That gives a real sense of how much it costs to run these type of nights. I don't think a lot of these artists understand what it takes to put this together. Not just the finance, but the mental stress. There's mental hoops you have to go through to make these things work as smoothly as they come across. Because we all know, nights like this don't ever go smooth. There's always a hiccup. Somebody is messing up in the background. So you have to smooth things over. So you as a promoter, I think you did well. I think you did what you're supposed to do. And he pushed you to a point where you had to do what you had to do to keep the night rolling. To any artist that's looking at this, again, like I said earlier, go shorter than they give you. I understand you want all the time in the world to do what you got to do, but when you're performing, that time is not for you. It sounds crazy, but the performance is not for you. The performance is for the crowd. If the night dictates that we got 12 acts, 10 acts, 8, whatever, you're not the only one on the bill. People did not pay to only see you. So be respectful of everybody else's time. Be respectful of the audience. Go shorter. Because if you do well, they'll want you to come back more. And if you go shorter, and they say encore, guess what? You got 2 extra minutes. Now it seems like you're going longer, but you actually just stuck to your timeline. I'm giving y'all gems. I hope you're picking them up. But anyway, that's what I think. Tell me what y'all think. Is this promoter an asshole for cutting this artist, Mike, off? In fact, I think he said he cut the whole power. I think he cut the DJ's power, everybody. Like the lights went black. If you think he's the asshole, let me know. If you think this performer, I think the performer's the asshole. I don't think the promoter's the asshole. Who do y'all think is the asshole? Let's talk about it in the comments. Hey, hold up. Before you go, if you enjoyed this Am I the Asshole story, please make sure you click the playlist on the screen. The rest of the stories go just as hard, and some of them a little bit harder than this one. I'm trying to give you these stories weekly and possibly faster, but I need y'all to keep watching. So click the playlist on the screen and stay tapped in. And hey, if you have a wild music story, don't hold back. Go ahead and click the link in the description and submit your Am I the Asshole moment. It could be your story I break down next. Tap in with me. You know I tap back. Peace.
Everything meticulous.